Hello and welcome.
Good evening, good afternoon.
My name is Alex and it's time to look at another green arrow. And in fact, I made a team selection and I failed you. And I'm definitely sorry, deeply sorry. And the problem is that I flip-flopped. I flip-flopped on captaincy and I flip-flopped on actually benching Trent in favor of Robertson. Both of these decisions, last minute instinctive moves, just because I heard it Stormzy is playing, and I was thinking that maybe there is a connection between Salah and Stormzy. I have already captaincy on a player that is not Salah, and I had it on Isak, and I was like, Isak doubtful, Palmer's playing against that Bournemouth side without Kappa. I don't know what the goalkeeper situation is there, is he good, reliable enough? Well, he conceded a little bit of awkward goal. Both of them were kind of like unorthodox, I would say. But Palmer was involved only in one goal, and my original Isak captaincy would have brought me 6 more points, and if I played Robertson ahead of Trent, which was my initial idea as well, I would have gotten 5 more points. So 11 points lost just because me being so FOMO, and I just thought that I have Trent, I bought him, I FOMOed into him, let him get me the points. And he didn't get me any points, and what can I do, bro? Like, if he's not getting me the points, there is still a chance for him to redeem himself against Brentford. Gonna be sharing you the team selection for this video. But if you followed my advice, or maybe copied what you seen on the screen, or like maybe it helped you, I'm happy for you, because this is exactly the videos for you. I do these decisions, and I don't really promise that I keep my team as is, but I didn't make a transfer. And the goal for today's video, which you probably is watching when the deadline, by the way, the deadline is approaching very fast, so I'm filming this on Friday, you can be watching that maybe on Saturday, and on Saturday there's another deadline. I don't see a reason why I need to make any transfers. So I'm gonna be showing you, by the way, what is this yellow arrow on Palmer? I'm pretty sure he's playing, bro. Nah, he's playing. I mean, come on. And he's gonna be my captain too. Alright, so in goal, I obviously would have wanted to get rid of Raya. He's selling me, not really doing much, but I don't think that he's keeping a clean sheet against Sevilla, which is, I mean, I don't expect Arsenal to keep clean sheet this season at all, to be honest with you. And if I had these spare transfers to be like, obviously, the goalkeeper I want to get is Sels, but look, he's having like not easiest fixtures ahead of him. Yes, it's Southampton now, but do I make the switch now? I may do a cheeky transfer, right? Sels now, but they play Bournemouth, Brighton, Fulham. I mean, yeah, they can keep a few clean sheets. So you know what? Maybe the transfer, the only move that I'll be doing is Raya off, and but on the other hand, there's Wolves fixture for Arsenal. I mean, it's kind of tricky right now. I am really tempted to get Sels just because he's so reliable, and for his defense is also so reliable. If they conceded to Liverpool, but there's no shame conceding to Liverpool, I think. And in defense, I think I am gonna be starting Trent again. Like, look, I really paid 7 million for nothing. I only got 0 points from him and 2 points. I don't expect much. Brentford suspect defensively, so they'll be conceding a few goals. The only thing that I hope Trent is just step it up a little bit, forget about Real Madrid for a second for the sake of my fantasy team, and perform for Brentford fixture, for Ipswich, and for the double. I'm willing to sell him after the Wolves game, but the problem is that maybe even during for the Wolves game, he's gonna be already sold to Real Madrid. It looks like he's not even trying when he's playing for the team. It was a disastrous performance again for him in a game against Forest. Not like disasters that he was to blame for the goal, but it was like, definitely, you notice that he wasn't really trying his hardest. And when he's not, I don't really think why there's a reason why Bradley is not starting. He definitely wants to fight for the badge. And maybe, look, I know that Slot is ruthless, so maybe he's going to be starting Bradley anytime. Maybe in a game against Ipswich at home, kind of like the easiest fixture on paper alongside with Wolves. So the problem with Trent is still there. And I picked up a problem, and I just FOMO'd after that 15-pointer, so West Ham. And I recognize me being too reactionary. Having Trent in your team is not a good idea in fantasy this season, and I am starting to understand that after having him in my team for 2 game weeks. Probably a bad decision, even though he has a double, which we probably is going to be spending in Spain. So there's a Robertson. I think it's a good player to have for this fixture, of course. I benched him before. I hold my hands, bro. I beg your pardon, man. I mean, that is obviously my bad. If you followed what I did, my team selection, you played Robertson. Actually, it's good because you outplayed me. You did what? I bottled it, and I decided that no, he may be conceding goals. I took the clean sheet odds. I thought that Trent has better odds on actually keeping clean sheet against Nottingham Forest, and Wood is probably maybe not scoring that cheeky goal, but he did. And it's good that at least I kept Wood in my starting 11, which I obviously Why would I bench Wood? But yeah, this is where Robertson is starting for sure. Another defender is Hall against Bournemouth. I don't think that there's a clean sheet looming over this fixture for them. Bournemouth are very good attacking-wise, but he can still deliver maybe some cheeky assist points. And finally, it is Gabriel. Gabriel against Villa. I don't think what's happening there with defense for Villa. Like, yeah, they kept a clean sheet last game week, but this could be a home fixture where Gabriel actually scores a header, not like anyone else scores the header for him, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I would have loved some points from the previous fixture, because I brought Gabriel in, and I broke him instantly. He started blanking. So maybe the curse will be lifted, alleviated, right when they start playing against Villa and for the next foreseeable future. Gordon is my starter against Bournemouth. When Kepa returns, they are actually very solid defensively. I don't expect a lot of returns, and I'm probably not going to be captaining Isak. I'm captaining Palmer, but this knock is kind of fraudulent. Last time, the knock on Isak, similar yellow flag, scared me off captaining Isak last minute. I had it in my video, and I should have kept it this way. I would have been better off if I slept through the deadline and didn't make any changes. Would have been in 100,000k right now, probably at this point. And then Salah is not a captain for Brentford, which can be changing. Look, what I can flip-flop on is captaincy. Many people will be captain Salah, but I think equally a lot of people will be captain Palmer. And then there's Wood, of course, who is still in my team. Of course in my team, and is gonna be in my team for a long time, I think. We have Isak as my striker. We have João Pedro, who recovered. Man United were so bad against Southampton. And actually, by the way, if you have Ahmad in your team, massive shout out, because I understand the frustration. He wasn't really delivering much points, and then the breakthrough game happened against Man City. Many people picked him up, believed in him, and kept him through all these fixtures. And then he returned 3 goals, 20 points, and that's a great outcome. And someone got a very, very big push as a result of that. And then finally we have Chris Wood, who is a vice captain at the moment. So if Palmer has actually a knock that prevents him from starting, I just don't believe that he's going to be playing off the bench. So I think if you're captain in Palmer and he's actually not ready to start, he's probably not going to be even appearing on the bench. Maybe he's going to be on the bench, but I just don't understand why would you risk Palmer in a game against Wolves, in a game where even Nicholas Jackson is supposed to be scoring a goal. You know, if you kept Nicholas Jackson through all these blanks, I kept Nicholas Jackson for 2 game weeks. One of them he returned me 9 points, and the next game I realized that I need to sell him as soon as possible. And now that I sold him, this is actually the fixture that you were keeping him all along, because Wolves are very suspect defensively. Let me actually take a look at when I had Nicholas Jackson. I obviously wasn't really... maybe I was influenced by other people's choices, and I was scared of Nicholas Jackson. I benched him for this game week. I knew that he is gonna be not scoring or doing nothing, as always, wasting XG chances. I played him for a blank. Yeah, that's on me. That's totally on me. I didn't realize that he can't even score tap-ins. Another blank. Actually, 2 blanks in a row. That was more than enough for me to understand that I need to bench him. And then before, he returned me 9 points. I just wasn't really suffering from him. And many people are still keeping him and believing all the fantasy YouTubers saying, no, XG are there. Like, and he is a fantastic player for these fixtures, for this run. And just like, don't you understand that the player is massively lacking confidence? Are you expecting him to finish chances when you have Palmer, who is doing all of that instead of him? And even if he gets a cheeky assist, he still gets a yellow card and somehow not getting into the bonus. And I think, obviously, penalty takers here is perfect. It's beautiful scenes. I think Brighton can be scoring a few goals away at Man United. And obviously, we have 3 penalty takers here. We have 2 penalty takers here. I am kind of puzzled what player to play. I have very, benching headaches right now. If you bench headaches, I will be bringing in, instead of Sloboza, I think, if he's not, regular starter, or I don't know what's happening there. If he's starting against Ipswich, or I'm getting some kind of update about that, he can start even that game. But then eventually for the double, I think I'm going to be swapping and getting maybe Gakpo eventually. Right, I'm keeping Trent only for the double. But I feel like the attitude that he's showing during the games and the performance and the passes, they're not improving much of the he's not creating crazy XG chances like he used to before. And it wasn't. I would say that this season is kind of underwhelming. This 15-pointer just I think I FOMO'd, bro. I realized that it was my mistake. But it is what it is. This is the team selection. Let's take a look at how Premier League players and maybe some of your favorite creators fared this game week. Mo Salah actually for real abandoned his team. I think we need to realize that, and his team is looking... I mean, he's captaining himself. He still has Stormzy. That's the only reason I got him in my team. I thought that Salah is cooking something there, and I was like, okay, he's going to be passing to Stormzy now. But apparently that's not the case. Stormzy is not delivering me points, and Trent has abandoned his team as well. So Trent, the fact that he actually was maintaining his team, and then Real Madrid rumors appeared, I am not connecting the two dots. I'm just saying, bro, he's not doing anything with his fantasy team. It is like that for many, many weeks, not making any transfers. His game week is still decent, 1.7 million, but definitely he is not as good as Andy Robertson, who made 3 transfers, 25 points though, bro, that's hilarious. Who did you captain? Captaining Haaland against Brentford. Okay, so you see, Andy Robertson doesn't believe that Brentford is a good team defensively then. So he believes that maybe Liverpool will smash him. You never know, man. Andy Robertson is 6 million ranked, so you can't really look at his decisions and make some kind of conclusions in fantasy, you know? We have Diego Jota, who is getting a red arrow in a while. It's been a while since he received one. Only 50 points. His only transfer was Bruno for Rodgers. And funnily enough, Bruno delivered 4, and I think Rodgers delivered like 6 or 7. So he assisted, got some bonus or like some participation points and some clean sheet points. Insane. That is where Bruno was predicted to score some points, and it was all for Ahmad. Bruno only received some bonus somehow. Digne with the clean sheet on the bench, captaining Salah instead of Palmer or Isak, and that is an underwhelming game week for Diego Jota, who has 17,000 ranks. So who am I to criticize him? He is doing very well. And we have Conor Bradley, the next Trent, the next right back, the next Real Madrid player, maybe. You never know. Not making any transfers. I think he's saving because last game he made -4. He's carrying the transfer over. He didn't need to make any transfers, didn't leave any points on the bench, but captaincy on Salah was detrimental to his rank. Another red arrow for him. We have James Justin with 81 points, and actually he is getting a massive green arrow. He's captaining Salah, but he has Ahmad. That is crazy. You see, all of these bowlers, they know about Ahmad, man. They keep him. They know, they trust him. They know that he is about to cook, man, and he cooked for sure. I didn't see, guys, I'm telling you, really, I didn't see how Man United are winning that game. They were completely dominating in the first half. They conceded the goal first. Somehow they managed to score 3 in the dying minutes. Not all 3 in dying minutes, but you know what I'm talking about. Late in the second half. However, James with 67 minutes, 67 points. Some minutes as well played for Chelsea, so maybe another potential player to use in fantasy. Is he going to be buying himself? That is the question. And he scored a goal as well from the free kick, so maybe it's not the worst idea. We have 80 points for Anthony Gordon, who is propelling. His rank is being propelled into the elites. And we have Joe Willock, his teammate, and it feels like they're advising each other like what to do in fantasy because they played free hit for some unknown reason at the same time a few game weeks ago. And now we have Stormzy. I think that's a green arrow for him, although it's 64 points, nothing crazy. 4.9 million rank. I think he's gonna be getting top 1 million eventually. It's just like about mini leagues, you know. Probably mini leagues are not there to be won. Kaisai with 62 points, -4 hit. He was trolling in the charts of another fantasy creator. I think it was Andy. He was trolling saying that Isak is not playing. Well, he plays Isak in his team. And he's captaining Salah. Yeah, this is where Salah, Luis Diaz, Gakpo, you have 3 of these players, and I made the same mistake. But you're playing against pretty much one of the best defenses in the league in Forest away. So I just was swayed by that Stormzy announcement that he is about to start. I knew that before, and I decided to start Row 3. My mistake, and obviously people are doubling up, tripling up on Liverpool players, and they are playing them in tough fixtures, which would be probably the most sane decision. Something that I did before, just bench Trent, bro. Difficult fixture, bench Trent. He is not as good as he used to. It's not the same Trent, man. He may on paper create something, but I was watching that game, it was very lethargic. And then we have FPL Raptor with 67 points and a red arrow still. And now I'm overtaking Raptor, not for long, of course, because he will find a conjure up a way to overtake me then. I mean, I don't think that he's competing with me, I'm just saying about the overall rank. And Focal entering into 100,000 rank for, I think, the first time this season, maybe the second. The team delivers because he has Semenyo and he captained Palmer, so he didn't make a mistake here. He has Munoz in his defense. Those who don't have Hall usually have Munoz. Harry Daniels with 91 points and both of his transfers delivered. Insane. He saved the money, he saved the transfers, made both moves delivered points. This is the best feeling in fantasy. For free, you got 18 points. Instead of that, Enzo got, I think, 1 or 2 points, and then Nicholas Jackson got like 2. Because he assisted, but he still then got a yellow card. And maybe like 3, I don't know. Nonetheless, crazy score, 49,000 rank, that is very solid. That's where I would have loved to be. Andy, let's talk FPL, almost as good as me. And then he has 63 points. I think his goal is now collecting transfers, because that's what he's doing. He's not making any moves, collecting transfers, as you can see previous game weeks, not making any moves. And playing Solanke wasn't really the best idea, maybe, against Tottenham, but he did play. I mean, they had a few chances, but I wouldn't necessarily say that Solanke was poised to score a lot of goals. Making a move to Wood, and especially that now he's playing Southampton. It may be a short move, of course. He's not facing Southampton every game week, but for 2 games against Liverpool, nobody knew that he's going to be delivering, but he did. And then Southampton at home, many people are going to be actually bringing in Wood, and I would say that that's not a bad idea. It's a penalty taker playing for second best team in the Premier League, and Nottingham Forest are the real deal. And I should have known that before, and I shouldn't have started Trent, bro. I hate myself for this. We have a Fabio Borsch, an FPL Elite Manager, 134,000 rank. Actually, wait a minute, what is my rank? My rank is 169, so yeah, difference in points, by the way, is so small. I am lacking 6 points, and I will be at the same rank as Fabio Borsch. So 6 points can be made in 1 game week, easily. And we have Ben Crellin, but the thing is, like, he's also making transfers, you know? We have Ben Crellin, who got 62 points, and I think for him it's a red arrow, but his rank is unbelievably good. He's at 21,000 ranks, but he said that this transfer on his Twitter, I believe, he said that this transfer is going to be the last for him. He's not making any moves, and he transferred out a points deliverer. The Odegaard, I think I got 7 because he assisted once. And then, of course, Bruno only 4, but he got these points out of thin air because he didn't do anything. Just got bonus points for being Bruno Fernandes. That is crazy. But yeah, this is the review. Maybe you'll now, like, look, this is what, if I see this team and if I start tinkering, I don't know, bro, like, I need someone to kick myself so that I'm not, like, making these idiotic decisions last minute. Captaincy is kind of tricky, though. I'm not sure if I'm going to be Captain Palmer. But this is why, I mean, if I was doing like this seriously full time, I would probably be hosting like live stream, deadline stream, if I was like, if my team was interesting for other people. So that's where I would be saying my team and showing to everyone. So far, I'm kind of disappointed. I might be doing this on Twitter, by the way. Might be making these last minute changes, posting it on Twitter, so it's fair to you. But look, as a result of my like flip-flopping, you still got more points than me. If you played Robertson over Trent, and if you captained Isak. And I'm happy for you. And I made a mistake, and I will never forgive myself for that. I think it's time to jinx the players for someone else now next time. I hope you score a lot of points, and I'll see you next time. Peace.